Reupload. Today's video, I want to talk to y'all about some stuff, man. Get a new phone, new camera and whatnot. A lot of people are saying get a new camera if you want to do a news channel and all that BS. But, you know, today's video, I'm just going to be smoking a blunt with y'all, man. Just talk to y'all about some things. Now, it's like this. With me, see, I'm the type of soul, I like to, just talk about things, like enlightening things. Because a lot of people, they like to talk about dumb stuff. Like, let's just be honest. Like, the average person does not like to talk about spiritual stuff. Now, if you're the average person and you like talking about spiritual stuff, then I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about the average person that's included in the masses. Like, when I say they don't like talking about spiritual stuff, I mean, like, you bring up something about being righteous or enlightening stuff, they just, I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear this shit, you know what I'm saying? That's demonic possession, okay? Real shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like that at one point in time. At this time, you should see this video that I uploaded. I'm talking about how I came across the 13 Son videos, but this is part 2, you know what I'm saying? But this video, just recreational, just smoking the blunt. Now, the funny thing about that, a lot of people say if you're conscious or whatever, you shouldn't be smoking or whatever, right? But the way I look at it is, you know what I'm saying? Babe, it is my life. I can do what I want, but I feel as long as you balance out everything, you good. Now, I understand if I was just smoking constantly and I wasn't drinking water or I wasn't eating right and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Then that would be unbalanced. But since I smoke and I detox my body, you know what I'm saying? Pine needle tea, distilled water, fruits and vegetables, since I cleanse my body, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Now, if you the type that's just smoking and you ain't eating right or nothing like that, then real talk, you fucking yourself up, because a lot of people, they smoke GMO weed. If you don't know what GMO weed is, that's weed that's come from a laboratory. Like, basically, it's like they say loud is just a chemically enhanced weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, loud, that's a chemically enhanced weed, real shit. Now, Kush is an actual strain of weed, you know what I'm saying? It's a plant. It's a bloodline, real shit, of weed. Just like purple haze or just the haze family. That's a bloodline of weed. You know what I'm saying? Loud. Because every time I ask people, I'm like, what's this? They be like, this some loud. I'll be like, okay, do it got a name to it? They be like, nah, that's chemically enhanced weed. Now, if somebody like, I got some Kush on deck, oh yeah, do it got a name to it? Blueberry Kush or something like that, you know what I'm saying? That's a bloodline. Just like with the sour diesels, diesel family, that's a bloodline, you know what I'm saying? They make chemically enhanced diesels, but when you speaking on a bloodline and then you speaking on just loud, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know the difference from what you're smoking, because they say for the past 5 years, probably even longer, you know what I'm saying? But for the past 5 years, GMO weed has been put in Chicago. And it's funny because I could believe that, because a lot of niggas say they smoking the loudest loud, and the ones that be smoking the loudest loud be the main ones tweaking GMO weed. Now, I know y'all probably saying, what's this? This is some Reggie, you know what I'm saying? This is mid. You know what I'm saying? This is the mid pack. It has seeds, it has stems, you know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to admit that, because regular weed is Reggie, and if it wasn't for Reggie, then loud and all that shit wouldn't exist, because they made loud, I mean not loud, they made Kush off Reggie, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. So just know what you're smoking, man. And for the people out there be like, the dispensary weed is better than street weed. True, but not necessarily, because it's pros and cons to everything in life. Okay, so with street weed, the pros and cons to that would be the con for street weed. Niggas might lace your shit, you know what I'm saying? Or you might not be smoking real weed, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. Or the third con is you might not be smoking high quality weed, you know? Everybody want to be following trends and shit, but the pros to street marijuana is you get it for a lower price, you know what I'm saying? You most, like 8 out of 10 gonna have some real weed, especially if you smoking Reggie. And the last pro would be you ain't got to go through the government, you know what I'm saying, to get your weed. You just do it on the black market, basically. Now, with dispensary marijuana, there's pros and cons to that shit too. Pros and cons to everything in life. Now, the cons to dispensary marijuana is, here in Illinois, they say you have to sign over your rights to own a gun just to have medical marijuana. Real shit. The second con is the marijuana list for like the conditions you need to have in order to get medical marijuana from a dispensary out here in Illinois is you gotta have some crazy, crazy diseases. I ain't saying like that's a bad thing, shit like that, 'cause, you know, California, Colorado, Washington, they got that shit recreational and whatnot, you know. But out here we ain't got it recreational yet. And then the last con is you smoking GMO weed, because they say GMO weed has been put in Chicago for the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? It's some real organic growers out here, but until they pass that law, they might not have them growing shit. You know what I'm saying? They might want to keep the real weed away. That's why I think about it like this, people. Look, in school, they used to say, let's stop the war on drugs. You know, the DARE Act? The DARE Act, right? DARE. Now, it's funny because when I got older, I thought about it. The war on terror. Hold on. Say it again. War on terror. Think about it. The war on terror. Terra is the twin earth. And that's a spiritual warfare, right? So there's a spiritual war on terror. The war on terror. Let's stop the war on planet Earth, the second one. Think about it, people. Too much knowledge, man.